Right, good morning everyone, good afternoon, good evening. So that would take a quick afternoon flight. We are going from Venice. We're going to Venice. We're going via Ronchi, which is near Tripoli. And we've got live weather, so I think it's going to be quite a nice flight. I've done all the setup. Obviously taking off from runway 27. It's a direct takeoff, so there's no SIDS on this one. So let's get my screen set up so I can see the wind. You see the see the gauges, but look, there's a little airplane on the field. What's he doing there? I think it's a ghost one. It was there last time I flew from this airport. Okay, so we're all tucked up. All the passengers are seat belted in, and we've got clearance to go. So let's go. Half throttles. Let them stabilize. Go into flex mode. Take off the handbrake. If there's a big crunch now, we know that's a real aeroplane. No, just phased through it. Using my foot pedals to control the course down the runway this time. Okay, so we're V1, VR, V2. We're on our way. Gear up. Managed to get into I don't know what that is telling me. That's new. MM, what does that mean? It stopped, whatever it was. So get the spoilers off and the flaps. Get rid of the ground spoilers, don't need those armed anymore. Didn't need to do an emergency brake on the runway. The reason you set the auto brake to maximum and the ground spoilers to armed is if you have to do an aborted takeoff below V1. You need everything to stop you, literally everything. So this should be a fairly short flight, I think. We're only going up to, what does it say, 150, 15,000 feet. If we look out to the left there, Venice is over that way somewhere. Good morning to my viewer. I've landed in Venice successfully lots of times. It's a nice easy airport to fly into. You get a nice long run in. The airport's just right, just situated just right. I've tried about 3 or 4 times to land at Juneau since yesterday, and I only managed it once. A proper controlled landing, not a last minute dash for the floor. So we've got to set these to standard. So let's see how far we've got to go. We've got 20, 40, 60, and then a return of 20-ish. About 80 miles to go, which isn't very far. Won't take us very long. I'll give you some views outside, so mind your ears. Alright, so we're going up now, 15,000. I think that's about as high as we go. The runway's here on this little map, and we should actually be able to see it soon. We'll go a ways past it before we come back. So going outside, mind your ears. So it looks like Venice's runway is about here, I think. These are the islands. I have to hope Fenix in their next update put a volume control just on the external view because it's so loud. There's a cloud over there. This is real-time weather, but not real-time. I decided to try and pick a daytime, but this nighttime approach into Venice is quite spectacular as well. It'd be quite easy to swap this into a nighttime flight. So on the next flight, I intend to do some emergency drills. Well, an emergency drill. I'm going to have an engine catch fire just after takeoff. So we'll be having to do the emergency drill for extinguishing the fire in the engine and controlling the asymmetric thrust, because obviously the engine is going to be not pushing on that side of the aeroplane. And then landing is quite difficult because you can't use the reverse throttle, the reverse thrust, because that would that would make the plane skew to one side. You can't use full toga takeoff go around thrust without lots of rudder. So I've been practicing this both here and in the simulator I go to. And it's quite good fun. I think Venice is sort of down there. Let's have a quick look outside again. I think that's Venice and its environs. We fly quite a way down there and then come a nice slow cruise into the airport. So we're abeam the airport now, more or less. That's the airport, that's us. So we're just going to go around a bit more. Let's put the constraints on and we should be able to see the heights and such like. So by FP04R we need to be at 3,000 feet. At LIPZ we need to be at 3,800, I think it is. Right. Time to go down. As normal, I'll make the descent fairly quick. That'll give me time to get set up with flaps and landing gear and stuff like that. Yeah, doing that. Let's get that ready. How did you... So, we definitely well on the track into Venice. On the way in, the Venice Islands are actually to our right. We go past them as we head into the runway. So they've been on our right the whole time as it happens. Oh, a bit of cloud, can't see right now, but we'll be down in a little bit anyway. Try and slow down a little bit. Notice how when I move the flaps, the trim changed. Let's get this in a bit more perspective because it looks that we're a lot closer than we actually are. We're still 25 miles from the airport in flight time. As you can see, there's our expected descent rate or descent point. That's where we should get to the height that we've set. So we now have to go to not above 200 knots. How am I supposed to do that? Change the descent rate. That'll let us slow down a bit. As soon as we get below 240, I can put the gear down. We're practically at our set height anyway. There's Venice. Runway's over there somewhere. think the runway's about there. Okay, we can put gear down now. And I'll get the spoilers off. The plane retrimming itself because the wheels have been put down. So we can start putting some flaps on because we're getting quite slow now. So before we see the runway, we've got another turn to make. That's full flaps now. I didn't let the passengers out of their seats, silly me. Let's get the landing lights on. Oh, rainbow. Briefly. The airport's over to the right in this misty stuff. I still don't know what the actual QNH is for the airport. Should tell me when he gives me landing clearance. So we're coming up to our last turn. I've got the flaps armed. I've got the automatic braking set to. It won't go on to maximum. I don't know why. Middle then. The lights are on. We should be in good shape. Right, we've picked up the we're just waiting for the glide slope on the ILS.
Tower on 118.25 knots 5 November Oscar Sierra 5. Tower knots 5 November Oscar Sierra 5 17 miles southwest inbound ILS Zulu runway 04 right approach. Tower knots 5 November Oscar Sierra 5 inbound ILS Zulu runway 04 right approach. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 04 right approach knots 5 November Oscar Sierra 5.
And I still don't know what the QNH is. Looks a bit dismal, doesn't it? How far have we got to run now? A little bit. 15 miles. So we've got flaps, we've got gear down, we're lined up, and we have the marker for the glide slope. This blue line here is our escape route. That's if we have a missed approach, we go to full power and go round that way. That misses any hills that are in the background. It's a dreary old site here, isn't it? This is the last time I flew in here. I had it set to clear day and it was sunny. This is filling up the canals day, I think. I think that's what the problem is. There's the runway anyway. Right, there's our flight glide slope coming in. I'll set to approach mode. That'll take over all the main controls. I'll set the second autopilot on. No, I won't. I set approach mode, 2 autopilots. So this is a class 3 or cat 3 2 landing. Cat 3 dual. So it's using 2 autopilot systems. One controls the glide slope, the other one controls the other side. $10 miles away. Still don't know what the proper QNH is. I could look it up, but I think I'd be wasting time now. So on the right here, these are the bits and pieces that make up Venice. Venice is a group of islands connected to the mainland. Bit of a gust of wind there. This part of Venice we're flying over now seems to be largely industrial. I don't know if that's true or not. I suspect it probably is. So we're landing on number 4 right. That one there. So we've captured the glide slope completely.
Clear to land runway 04 right, NOS 5 November Oscar, Sierra 5.
No, can't get ATIS. I was hoping to get the Venice ATIS and set the QNHs correctly, but it won't let me. Probably out of range or something. Right, we just see the entry. We've got 2 white lights, 2 red lights. Excellent. Right. Oh, what happened there? It went sunny all of a sudden. I think it must have just loaded the correct weather for today. I don't know what happened there at all. That was weird.
500.
Right, so I'm ready with the joystick.
Minimum.
Continue. Just clip this tree on the way in. Whoosh. Oh, we hit the tree. That was amazing. Remember I told you how important the QNH is? Well, that's how important the QNH is. We clipped the tree that's just at the western edge of the runway. I don't believe it. That's probably because the QNH was out a little bit. Oh well. I'll carry on my run of bad landings. We were definitely set up right for that. We'd have had a gorgeous landing. But I think because the QNH was set wrong, we were a bit lower than we thought we were, and we just clipped that tree. Disaster. Okay, I'll fly this one again a bit later, and we'll try again. So thanks for watching, and I'll